How you feeling right now, physically?
Physically, I'm feeling as good as I can. Coming off an Achilles tear from last year, not great.
Week 2, right? It was
week
early.
2, Thursday night football. Yeah, it sucks. But it's never a good time to tear anything. But feeling good, back on my feet, running, strong, squatting, jumping, catching balls, all that stuff.
What's the biggest hurdle when it comes to – because that's can be a devastating injury for a lot of people. So what's the biggest hurdle for you as you're going through the rehab?
The biggest hurdle is the disconnect between your mind and your body. Your mind feels like you're further ahead in your recovery than you are. And so actually a surgeon told me this, and it was 100% true. Like, I feel like I'm a little springy. Like, I feel like I could maybe go do a run or do something like that. And every once in a while you're reminded with like a sharp pain if it like gets in an awkward position. So the mental part of having to stay patient, even though you're feeling a little bit better after about 3 or 4 months, and not knowing that you're not fully back, that was definitely the biggest hurdle that I got through. But it's time, and now I'm not going to stop working out, so the time's come by, and now look, we're like 11 months later and ready to go.
That's fascinating to think about that mental disconnect. I wonder if that's specific to Achilles, like that you feeling like you're further along. Like if it was a knee,
right,
you'd probably know.
Oh yeah.
That you're not quite in the place. So
and just last thing I'll say that because I also put a heel lift in there, so you don't always get the full extension. So you're like, man, that's really feeling good. Anyway, good point.
I gotta tell you, like as a weekend warrior guy, like that has now become like my biggest fear. And I did box jumps this morning, and I was like, do I want to push it? Because like
this will help you. Heel lift. Put a heel lift in there. It'll help you. It reduces your exposure to snapping your Achilles dramatically if you have a heel lift in there.
Okay.
So 100% do that. Actually, my surgeon was recommending like every athlete should be wearing heel lifts because it just dramatically reduces that because you don't get that full extension that it takes to snap it or pull it. So there you go. For all the listeners out there.
There you go. I mean, that's awesome. So
thank you for that.
Yeah.
So to be clear, you want to play. Like I'm
ready to go, yeah.
Yeah,
so
are you expecting a phone call?
So expecting, yes. What phone call it is will determine on kind of where I want to go. I'm in a position where I'm not wanting to play for everybody, just get back in the league. I want it to be a particular situation where you're going to utilize me in the way that I am best suited. 2 minutes, third down opportunities, protecting your quarterback on third down. Like that, I'm looking for that specific role.
It's funny, Austin, because I know a team
just thinking that
actually right now
I know where you're going.
is actually having some injuries in the backfield and could use someone who has done all the things that you've done.
Who is that?
The Chicago Bears.
Well, let's be honest about that. Like, there's DeAndre Swift. Kyle Monungai's hurt, as you mentioned, and he also hasn't played that kind of role that Austin's talking about. Then there's Savion Ahmed, and there's Britton Brown. Like, there are lots of teams similar to the Bears.
And Roshan.
I think Roshan.
Yeah.
Well, but either way, somebody this is a man who
with a resume.
With a
yes.
receipt.
I'm a plug-and-play guy. Like, I've been playing for so long, and I've just put so much time into learning offenses, studying defenses. You can plug me in, I'm ready to go. If they call me and say, hey, you got to play tomorrow in preseason, I could learn your offense on the plane ride over there, right? I'd be ready to go. So that's where I'm at mentally. But also, I just want to back this up because I think you guys owe me and the Commanders a thank you, for the 2024 season. I remember a game.
The tip.
There was that kind of set off you guys off on a streak, right? There was a tip ball, and there was like I just remember loud noises, and there was like we won the game somehow, and there was. And from that point on, it was kind of downhill for you guys, which was terrible. But now look at you guys. You got a new head coach. It's flashy over there. So you guys are welcome. You're welcome.
Hold on a second. Did you say yes to this interview? Just so you could come over and extol us about the Hail Mary.
I could not ever get off of this interview without bringing up the Hail Mary. Come on.
I love it. I think that is beautiful.
That is amazing. But you're right, though. I mean, we were sitting here covering every bit of it. Yeah. You know what happened? The head coach at the time didn't admit any fault.
Yeah. You got to take the ownership. That's what
and it was the down before that I think was the biggest issue.
For sure. And then how he said it didn't matter.
Yes.
It always matters. Every single play always matters because it sets up the next one. So to overlook that, that was well, that's why he's not your head coach anymore.
That is because it showed that he wasn't going to be accountable. And point of thumb, did you as a player respect coaches when they would say, man, I screwed that up. Sorry,
I haven't
boys."
had a coach that hasn't done that.
Wow.
All my coaches have been accountable to themselves.
Like who? Give us a name.
Overly accountable. Like, I remember Joe Lombardi. He was my offensive coordinator. We'd lose a game. It's my fault. I should have done more time. Last year or 2 years ago with Kingsbury, same thing. Guys, I got to be better. I got to put you in better positions. I had some plays that weren't as good. We would also have an ownership like, yes, we hear you, but we also have to put. Brandon Staley, put it on his shoulders. Anthony Lynn, put it on his shoulders. So I've never in the NFL not had coaches that have been accountable and say, like, this is me. And so to the public especially.
It matters if they do it to the public or not.
That is where it matters. Because if you put it on the guys, now you're bringing drama into your locker room where it's like, well, hey, coach, we don't take all the stress off the guys, right? Especially from a public, maybe behind the scenes, hey, this is your fault, maybe you have a little bit more accountability pointed at people, but to a public perception, you got to be the mouthpiece. It lives and dies with you as the head coach.
Austin Ekeler is joining us here for a few minutes as we broadcast live from Circa. Can you walk me through, like, as a player, that play, the Hail Mary, of like what's going on through your mind as that play is going on?
Yeah, so I was on the backside, and obviously running Hail. Well, let's talk about the play before. Like, okay, guys, we're out of range of Jaden's arm. He can't throw it this far, so we got to get like 7 yards, 8 yards. So, all right, you guys played off because the play didn't matter, and we just took free 7 yards. All right, now we're in range. Now we got a chance, right? So you're saying there's a chance. So we go up there, Hail Mary, comedy. And actually our line slid right, and our backside tackle also slid right, leaving your DN free. And so I go and plug the gap, and I'm blocking the DN for a split second. Then Trent finally kicks back out and gets on the DN with me.
By the way, at this point, our cornerback Tyreek Stevenson was celebrating.
No, not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
Sorry.
We're getting there.
Make sure you get there.
Yeah, we're getting there. So we protected a little bit. Jaden is extremely athletic, so I mean, it's not going to be with a 4-man rush, 3-man rush. You're not going to get there. So, but we're just getting in the way of everyone. We're running to one side of the field. Then he starts running back the other way, and at this point, this is when knuckleheads back there waving at people, like just pumping up the crowd and stuff like that. Like, anyway, the fact that was ever thought to be okay is, again, I think a reflection of not only him but the standard that's being set over there at that time. And so, sure enough, Jaden rolls back around, and we're still just blocking. Like, there's no holding or anything like that. So, I mean, you're just laying on guys, holding guys. Ball's up. I can't see because there's a big crowd of people in the way. And I'm like, okay, the ball's going to go through that. And it tips, and then all of a sudden, I just hear just an amazing eruption because I can't see if the ball got caught or not because I'm looking from the perspective of where the ball was thrown, and it got caught behind the pile. And so I guess it got caught, and I just remember throwing up my helmet, and we're just all running. And I just see from the sideline just sprinting onto the field. It was one of the most amazing football moments I've been a part of.
That is unbelievable.
Yes.
We appreciate you telling that story. So now let's go.
That's so painful. It was a dagger in the heart of Bears fans.
It was because you guys then went down just a path of destruction.
And that particular game, like Caleb had really had brought them back.
Yeah.
And so
you
it's
guys
like
did come back.
Here's this moment where Caleb can have this incredible moment, and it ends up being taken away.
And look, the NFL. It's momentum. Like, momentum carries, which is why you guys. That's what I'm saying. You guys should be saying, "Hey, shout out to
You're
them."
right.
We're with you. Because you guys got momentum going right now. Like, I like what the Bears got going on.
Well, we usually thank the Lions and Thanksgiving Day, but Eberflus gave us a lot of things to thank.
So when you talk about the Bears and kind of what they have going on from a player's perspective. When you're watching them right now, or you've watched Ben Johnson, because you guys ran into Ben Johnson before as well.
Yeah, you guys got us last year.
So you tell me, what is it that you like that you're seeing?
Ben Johnson is, it seems like from a media standpoint, I've never been coached by him, but it seems like he's like a no-nonsense coach. Man is dialed in. Man's, getting mad at reporters with their phone in the meeting room, in OTAs. So the dude is locked in. Like, this is serious. This isn't just we're playing football, having fun. Like, we are here to win. We are serious about it. And not only that, he's a mastermind, right? He's creative. He's getting guys balls in different ways. Like, we played the Lions in 2024 in the playoffs. All these types of, handoff, underneath pass plays to, Gibbs, and he's ripping for 40 yards. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. So I love the creativity, and I love the intent of his coaching style that he's got going on over there.
Yeah, man, that playoff game was an unbelievable game. I mean, Jaden and you guys win it, but the Lions put up a pile of points in that game. He's everything you're saying in terms of the transparency, in terms of no nonsense and stuff like that. So you're ready. You're ready to be a Bear.
Well, I like that situation with that type of coach because as a group of men during the season, like, this is what we're doing. Like, you can really get behind a coach that's that serious about it and carries himself the way Ben Johnson does. It's really easy to be on a side where, like, you're accountable to yourself even more because you see how much he cares. You're like, oh, like, okay, like, I got to raise my intent as well. And when I've played for coaches like that, I had a special teams coach who was so passionate about it. He got me excited about special teams, which I had never played ever before. And so when you have coaches that are like that intentional or that methodical, like you're like it brings you in, and you care that, and that brings the whole team together. So that's what I like. What you guys got going on with Ben Johnson.
So Austin Ekeler, you come out of a small
Colorado.
college in Western Colorado.
D2, like Tyson Bagent.
Took the stairs.
I mean, it's
Definitely
incredible.
took the stairs.
And like, here's one stat to put it in context: 2 players in NFL history were undrafted and had 1,500 scrimmage yards and 15 touchdowns in consecutive seasons. Okay, Priest Holmes.
Okay.
And you. That's it.
There it is.
So when you think of, like, people who've emerged from being undrafted to be the kind of running backs that you have been, it's you and Priest Holmes, and that's it. That is amazing.
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned, I took the stairs. Some people get the elevator, you get drafted. Some people, you can still get to the destination. You just got to take a little different route. When you come to undrafted way, you have something to prove every single year because there's always that kind of hanging cloud. It's like, do you, like, even for my personal, like, do you belong? Like, how are you, what's your upside? Like, you haven't had a lot of competition, right? Maybe your attributes or whatever. Like, they look at me. You guys see me. Like, you guys I look to fit in. Like, I'm not like these massive guys out there. So that's what I've always had that on my head. Anywhere I've gone as far as, like, football anyway, like, is this guy legit? And then all of a sudden I start playing for you and like, okay, like, let's get this guy the ball. Like, this guy's just consistent and doesn't mess up. Like, I'm consistent in the right spot, right time, making the right play. And for me, I think the knowledge and kind of me immersing myself mentally into the game has helped me at my you talked about it at the beginning, like, I'm very compact, absolutely. But I know the reads, I know the defense, I know the reactions. My muscle memory is off the charts. And so because of that, I don't have to be the biggest one. I can still be effective, though. I
think your mindset fits the modern NFL backfield where there's always at least 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 dudes all battling. Like, the load running back doesn't exist anymore.
It does. But it's very rare compared to what you used to see. Back in the old days, where it was like one bell cow guy that just does it all. And I think, if you're talking fantasy, I don't know if you guys talk fantasy on this show, but that's why I'm grafting running backs high right now, because you don't have as many bell cow guys as you do. You have a lot of committees or guys that, like me, like, I'm not going to be your first second down back probably, right? You're going to want someone who's a stronger runner, stronger between the tackles, but you're going to want me on third down because I can pass block like crazy. That's number one. And then if I get the ball in space, I'm going to make someone miss. I'm average 10 yards a carry, reception. So
when it comes to you taking the stairs, what was the moment where you were like, you know what? I actually think this is going to work. Because if you look at, like, the things that you're fighting against, you're fighting perception. You're fighting against size, for example. You're at the smaller school.
Yeah.
When's the moment when the light clicks on and you're like, no, I'm going to get there?
The light doesn't click on until you actually get there, until you get the result. So it's not like, I'm seeing it kind of happen and it clicks before I had. So let me take you back real quick. So I went to a college that no one has ever made it to the NFL, Western Colorado. It's like up in the mountains in Colorado. So people like hunting, fishing. That was what I was into.
Must have been beautiful, though.
It was amazing. For everything besides basically athletics. My mom was still the loudest in the stands in my college games. But like, I still hear my mom's whistle. Run! She's yelling, run! So it's a small, tiny little town. So for me, I'm thinking business. That's where I'm going. I'm going that direction. So my junior year of college, my coach comes to me. He's like, Austin, I think you can play in the NFL. You got scouts that are interested in you. I'm like, scouts? Like, I've never seen a pro day. I've never seen any scouts on campus or anything like that. So sure enough, my senior year, there's scouts every practice. I had a scout there to talk to me, things like that. So fast forward to, working out for trying to go get on a team. So I don't think I'm going to get drafted. I get an agent, and he's like, look, you're at a small school. People are just going to pick you up probably as a free agent. So I started training, not knowing what to expect. I don't know. I'm just going to go try it out. And like I said, took the stairs, so I'm just taking it one step at a time, one day at a time. End up getting a call from the Chargers halfway through the last round of the draft saying, hey, if Austin wants to, come play with us, we'll take him if he doesn't get drafted in these next few rounds. And so that was the light. That was the light. It had to have happened. Like, it was at that moment where it's like, I got the result. Okay, I'm going to go play for the Chargers. Then on 6th string on the Chargers, I stayed 6th string the entire OTAs, entire training camp, stressed out of my mind because I'm putting so much time and energy, and I feel like I'm doing the right things. 6th string, whole time, never moved up the depth chart. Last preseason game, still playing consistent, played some good football, made some tackles on special teams, which was big, helped me get in. Didn't know if I was going to make the team. I had a reporter ask me, like, how do you think you did? Do you think you changed the mind? I said, I don't know if I changed the minds, but that was everything I could have possibly done, and we'll see what happens. Sure enough, I don't get a call on cut day. Light. Boom. So I didn't get a light until it actually happened, right? It was a full-on immerse myself and then see what happens at the end. During result time.
This is the week of cuts right now.
Here it is, right here.
I mean, there's so many players out there who are fearing that phone call or expecting that phone call.
It's devastating. It's mentally devastating. So my little brother actually just went through this. He was with the Colts last year for like a tryout guy, and then went through the whole season. So he had mentally moved on. I'm going to go get a job, stuff like that. He was a rookie, and the last week of the season, they call him, hey, we want you to come be on a practice squad. All right, cool. Goes to the practice squad, right? Then they go in the off season because it was the last week of the season. It's funny, actually. His locker was right next to Phillip Rivers.
No way.
Yeah.
So another Ekeler
was playing with Phillip Rivers. Yeah, right next to each other. That was legendary. I was like, that's that.
Did he adopt him? Because Phil likes kids. He likes having a lot of kids.
He does. He likes his own kids, though.
Right. He likes having a big pile, though.
Yeah. Anyway, and then you fast forward to this year, he's playing in OTA. My little brother playing OTAs with the Colts, and then gets cut, and then they call. Anyway, the thing is, the mental part of going through the cut transition. Do I stay in? Do I stay in shape? Where's the next opportunity? It is so brutal, and it's what weeds out a lot of the guys, whereas you can't mentally take it anymore because it's so uncertain. You don't get clarity until here's your opportunity right now, and it's random.
I bet you're going to get a call. So what happens?
I've got calls.
Okay, so
got calls. Yeah.
So what's the process? Hey, will you come work out for us, or how's your Achilles? They trust you. What's it like?
So first of all, you let everyone know, hey, Austin's staying in shape. He's still ready to go. Still wants an opportunity, and then it comes down to, okay, what's your situation? At this point, it's going to be situational of like, hey, we have injuries, or hey, these guys didn't pan out like we thought they would. And fortunately enough, I've had enough of a resume that you can plug and play me. Like I said, like I've been around, I've played for so long that I've just plugged me in. Like I said, learn your playbook on the plane. So it'll be a situation where, hey, we need a guy like Austin on this team, and I don't want to just go anywhere though. I want to be fighting. I want to be fighting for something.
Yes.
And it's not only that I've earned the right, but I'm mentally in a position where if the right opportunity doesn't come, I will go on to the next part of life, right? I'll turn the page, go to the next chapter. So that is, I'm at such peace with my mind right now where it's like, if the opportunity's there to play football, I'm going to stay in shape for this year, go at it. If not, I'm setting myself up with like my own fantasy league right now for the off season.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So when did you get into fantasy, and what's your app like?
So I got into fantasy, probably my rookie year is when I got introduced to fantasy. Long story short, I was playing for the Jaguars. The number 2 running back got hurt, so I got elevated. I was number 3 special teams guy, really. Finally get a opportunity to play. I ended up scoring 2 touchdowns and had 60 yards. Everyone loves me on the fantasy side.
You're getting picked up. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny. I fumbled the ball in 4-minute offense, and we lost the game. So I had a ton of Chargers fans pissed. You should never be in the game. Why do we have a rookie in? But then all these fantasy people are like, we love you. Like, you're the best. And I'm like, I'm so mentally torn. I'm like, what is happening? And so then I was like, oh, I love these fantasy people. Like, they love me. I love them. So that's when I got into it after my rookie year, and I've stayed around. So I've had a lot of invites to different people's leagues, and I can't play in all of them. So I was like, let me start my own league where everyone can join. And we do a massive league to find out who's the best in each state, each fan base around the nation. So that's what Fantasy Royale is.
So wait, is that an app?
It's an app right now. You can
now?
Yeah, you type in Fantasy Royale.
I'm on it. Pops up. I'm on it right now. Fantasy Royale, like Clash Royale, the game Clash Royale.
Yeah, something like that.
Look at you.
So what it is, it's not traditional fantasy football. It's what I call fantasy sports. So we have 6 different contests. We have a few survivors, and then we have a few weekly contests where you pick who's going to win each game. you get points for how you do, and then that points is your total for your week. That's your score. And so we're going to find out, like I said, who's the best in the nation, the best in each fan base, and we have a ton of signed memorabilia for prizes. Actually, Good Ranchers is one of our shout out to Good Ranchers. I just love their product. They're a meat subscription company, and they're giving away a free year supply of meat to whoever wins their Survivor contest that they have going on with us. So cool prizes. Check it out if you want to. It's free to play because we want as much competition as we can, so jump in there.
It's always crazy to me to hear, like, a running back who might draft himself in fantasy.
Always. So here's actually a funny story about that. I think it was 2022. I just came off of like 20 touchdowns. No, it was 2020. Yeah, 2022. I came off of 20 touchdowns.
I got your numbers right here on the internet. Yeah.
1,500 yards, something like that.
Yeah, it's a hell of a year in 22, yes.
And so then I traded up in this league that I was in, but I could only trade up to number 3. And I was like, number 3, I don't know if I'm going to drop that low. Sure enough, I went at number 2, and I couldn't get myself.
You tried to trade up for yourself.
Crazy.
I got traded up to number 3. I'm like, I got to drop to 3.
Who'd you draft?
I forgot who I got. I don't even, like, maybe Christian or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
So
That bum.
yeah. So yeah, he's my number 1 pick this year, by the way. So
It's been fascinating to talk to an actual person who is in all these situations that we discuss.
Yeah.
So frequently.
Yeah, it's unique. Yeah.
It's a unique thing, man. So I mean, good for you for staying on it.
I tell other players, like, because they ask me about fantasy, I'm like, look, just know if you get into this world, you got to have thick skin. You got to see through the negativity because there's going to be way more positivity if you're good. And I tell my wife all this, like, it sucks to suck. If you don't play well, you are going to hear about it, right? But if you don't suck, then, yeah, you're going to be straight.
Well, Austin, we really appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with us, and continue good health and success. And we're not kidding. We would love to see you be a part of what the Bears have got going on. I think it would be a great fit for a lot of different reasons. But congratulations on
I appreciate it.
You clearly have whatever's next ready. And I think that is phenomenal.
I appreciate it. Just staying ready, and if the opportunity comes, I would love to be on the Bears organization. I like what they got going on, momentum. It's definitely building over there.
We know some people will make some calls.
I think, give me a good word for me.
That is Austin Ekeler. Go and check him out.